And now we're joined by Scott Walker, Peyton's dad. And Scott, I'll start with you with a similar question to Peyton. What was happening in your life when you found out that it was cancer, and just the whole experience for a parent to know that your kid is now dealing with a life-threatening disease?
Yeah, that was a day and a week that my wife Stacy and I will never forget. We're just normal small town people who were getting ready to transition a little bit from winter hockey into, Peyton was getting into some Hockey Alberta stuff. She had just made a Hockey Alberta Challenge Cup team, so we were getting ready to sort of transition into all that, and then we get a phone call on April 18th that we'll never forget, that she had rhabdomyosarcoma. And when they say that, we say, "What's that?" And then from there, that's on a Thursday. On a Monday, she's in getting her PET scans and her CT scans and her MRI. And then on the following Thursday, we have our big meeting with the oncology team. And Friday morning at 9 a.m., she's admitted into the Stollery, and we're going. So within a week, it was an absolute whirlwind. I don't wish that upon anyone, any parent, any child. But we just did as best we could, just navigated as best we could, and here we are. Great support from everyone from the Stollery to our friends and family, right initially, and it allowed us to just, and our work families allowed us to focus on her, and away we went.
And so early on in the 67 weeks, you guys went down to Florida to have that specialized treatment. Talk to me about what the doctors were talking to you about with that, and how helpful the Stollery was in getting that all set up for you, because that's not a very traditional treatment for us up here in Canada.
For sure. I wish it was. And they are doing things like the Ben Stelter Fund and stuff that we've become really a part of. Is going to see proton radiation therapy come to Edmonton, come to Canada for the first time ever. But yeah, on June 20th, we knew that throughout this process, it was going to be 67 weeks. And in order to cure her, there was going to be lots of different dimensions. And we knew radiation was one of them. We didn't know going to Jacksonville, Florida in the middle of the summer was going to be. But when on June 20th, they told us, asked us what out-of-country treatment would look like for us, and thankfully from the support of everyone, we were able to just go. And 3 weeks later, we were all on a plane to get specialized proton radiation. And what it does is it was able to centralize exactly where the cancer was in her tumor and her lymph nodes, and really limit the side effects, long-term, short-term and long-term, for her down the road, which is obviously very important with everyone, but especially with a child when it was in the head. So when they said this is the absolute best treatment for her, it will help cure her, we said, let's go.
What's it looking like, once you get to July, and when the light at the tunnel is here, and what you guys are looking forward to when the summer comes?
So she's just going to start week 30 of 67 here. So we do our weekly trips in. Sometimes it's multiple trips in a week, just depending on what programs or what they need to do, and tests and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of little things that we learned that we didn't really see coming, but we're still learning. She's on extensive chemo right now. She'll do that till about the end of February, and then she'll go into hopefully a little bit lighter phase, as long as things keep progressing as they are. The radiation and chemo seem to be doing their job, which is great. And the biggest thing for her is we just want her to be able to get back and being a kid, being a teenager, right? Doing the things she loves, and that biggest thing is hockey. So obviously we don't want to look too far down the road, but we're really looking forward to next September. Hopefully she can be back on the ice with Dan and her teammates. But we still know she's got a long road. She's got a long road. Rhabdomyosarcoma is one of the most aggressive childhood cancers there is. So we need to follow the doctor's orders to a T and do what they say, and we have been. And we're hoping that'll get us out on the other side. But yeah, your other part of the question is, yeah, groups like obviously the Stollery itself, but it's just so much more than that. The Kids with Cancer Society, the Ronald McDonald House, who we owe a lot to in Jacksonville and in Edmonton, where when we go on 5 days, the Ben Stelter Fund that I mentioned, the Alberta Cancer Foundation, all of those, they just help. Just little things. If you need small things here and there, for her brother when he comes in, he's well taken care of, and that's through all the societies. Right, that first week was not only hard on Peyton and Stacy and I, it was hard on her brother and her grandparents and stuff that were coming to see her. And so they have little things, whether it's just speaking with people or having a little lunch or having a PlayStation. Those things make a difference.
Thank you both so much for coming in and telling the story today, and we hope for all the best for both of you coming up here, and be sure to stay watching us as we will have more and more on their journey as well as on the Lloydminster Minor Hockey and all their efforts coming up very soon.